Just check the mic, 1, 2, we clear, ready to transmit. Pro fan hoops on the court, we got the game lit. Not talking highlight reels just for the common glance. We talking dedicated skills, taking every chance. From logo threes to rebounds, Chicago got the me-bounds. Asia got 3 chips, Las Vegas aces in the town. You tune into the channel if you want to get the facts. Women's basketball is fire, no need to relax.
What's going on, y'all? That was a rout. That was belt to ass. UCLA used the same belt that Dawn Staley used on Gino Auriemma. That's what happened. They used the same belt. UCLA. I didn't think it was gonna happen. I had South Carolina winning this game. Lauren Betts came out and was dominant. I've been critical of her all season. I thought she was good, but I always thought that she could be better. Today she was better. And it was weird. South Carolina did a decent enough job keeping the ball from going inside to Lauren Betts. The problem was South Carolina didn't hit any shots. Their shooting percentage was god-awful today. If I'm not mistaken, like, it was not good at all. Let's see if we can get the box scores real quick. There we go. It just they were on the struggle bus, man. As a team, South Carolina shot 29% from the floor, 18 of 62. They couldn't hit a mirror in a bathroom. 13% from 3. South Carolina did not shoot 3. They did not shoot deep well this whole tournament. 13%. I think the last game they were like 21% or something like that. They shot in the 20s. They did not shoot the deep ball good in this tournament at all. 29% from the floor is horrible. Where you got UCLA 43% and they were 42% from deep. It was just they could not shoot. They could not shoot. Lauren Betts, 14 and 11. 14 points. She had a double-double, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks. Neepins, 5 for 15, 15 points, 3 for 7 from deep, 1 rebound, 4 assists. Gabriella Jacquez, 21 points. She was the leading scorer of the game. 21 points, 8 for 14 from the floor, 2 for 4 from deep, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. She was on her way to a trip, but she got that heavy double-double, so good by her. Legger Walker, 10 points. Kiki Rice, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. I mean, she filled up that stat line. It was just, it was bad. 8%. I'm looking, the official box score on ESPN says 13%. But, yeah, however you want to slice it, 8, 13, it ain't good. So it's not good at all. Credit to UCLA. They put the ass whooping to South Carolina. They belt to ass. This was not even a game. They doubled them up at one point. And then they eased up off the gas. 25-9 in the third period. Come on. They pumped it up. And that fourth quarter, they were dribbling out the clock. They were waiting until the shot clock was almost up before they would take it to the rim or shoot a jumper. And South Carolina had no answer. South Carolina came out flat. I congrats to UCLA. They whooped that ass tonight. Ain't no two ways about that. I'm trying to look. UCLA just came out and South Carolina couldn't get off 4 points. They didn't get off 4 points until 4:54 left in the first. It took them 6 minutes to get 6 points. And UCLA was wire to wire. Yep. UCLA was wire to wire. They won this game. They whooped that ass tonight, man. Shout out to UCLA. I had picked Dawn. to win this, but it was not meant to be. And like I said yesterday, that is why you play the game. Because you just never know what's going to happen. And guess what? UCLA came out and they put belt to ass. South Carolina got outclassed at every aspect of the game. I'm with you 100%. Uh, I'm not gonna doubt that because they did come out flat. So, but I don't think to me, I'm not gonna use that as an excuse because it wasn't. I don't think UConn was the big. They didn't look overly elated at the end of UConn. And I know Dawn gets some girls ready for the next one. So I'm not gonna say they came out emotionally flat. I'm not buying that. I can't argue with it though, because I know you are not gonna be the only one that thinks that. So I just disagree with it. So, we'll agree to disagree, but I understand where you're coming from for sure. Because I thought they came out flat, but I don't know if they were emotionally drained from UConn. I don't know. All of the UConn fans, that's what they're gonna say. Or you're gonna have a contingency of people that's gonna like, see, that's what she gets for doing Gino wrong, or you're gonna have a group of people that talk that shit. So, but my homemade cold brew. Yeah, he said the same thing, man. I'm just not. I don't want to. Because to me, that's an excuse. That's an excuse. UCLA just whooped that ass tonight. UCLA would just whoop that ass because, yeah, Jacquez got right. Let me see. Let me go back to the box score again. Yeah, 21 points. 8 for 14 from the floor. She was killing them. And USC, South Carolina had no answer. Nobody else. The Tessa Johnson was the high scorer. And I don't know why Tessa Johnson, she had 10 points in the first half. Is it me or did she just not shoot enough? She was 50% from the floor. I'd have been going to her every time down the court because it seemed like they couldn't hit a jump shot to save their life. Joyce Edwards still, that's one thing she needed to work on in the offseason. Getting in the paint and getting the turnaround jumper in the anywhere between 8 to 12 feet. Anywhere around that gym, because she can hop. She got hops, but she does that ugly hook shot, and it looks out of control. But however you want to call it or whatever it looks like, it wasn't falling at all. It was not falling at all, and it just did 8 points. Raven Johnson, again, a very, very mundane performance. Very mundane performance. 1 for 7 from the floor, 3 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block. Very mundane. So Tanaya Latson, very mundane. 4 points, 1 for 5 from the floor, 2 assists, 3 turnovers. 9 turnovers for them. But I mean, against 13 from UCLA, 37 rebounds to 49 rebounds. They just got outplayed, man. They just got outplayed. So, and I didn't think Lauren Betts wasn't a deal breaker. I think it was, like you said, it was Jacquez. She was the difference maker. They got outclassed today at every aspect of the game. So, yep, I agree 100%. Yo, I did a video about that, about her little social media thing where she talked about wanting to quit basketball. And this is what I say sometimes. I know I come from a different era. I'm built different. I come from a different time. But still, it's just some things. Keep it quiet. Keep it quiet. There's some things nobody else needs to know. Keep that one to yourself. Everybody is they're in such a hurry to just, I want to be so honest and keep it real. And if you don't know by now, the internet is undefeated. There's only 2 people in this world that's undefeated: the internet and Father Time. And if you mess around long enough, you're going to F around and find out. And guess what? She was exposed to a degree. Not to a degree. AZ Fudd, she was exposed to a degree. Sometimes you just need to play the game. People gonna think what they want to think. I didn't need to know that you almost quit. All I need to know is you back on the court with a vengeance, and you trying to take it on whoever is coming down your way. That's all we need to know. We don't need to know the particulars. You know who the particulars are for? Your teammates and your friends. Period. You tell your family that story. Nobody else needs to know because everybody's gonna say it because they want to feel sorry for you or something. Dawn's on the TV. I'm trying to see what happens. Didn't have it today.
We just didn't have it today, and they were a better team today. So, really, congratulations to them. They don't, sometimes you're part of, women's basketball history, and it's not, favorable to you. But you can see if you're going to lose to a team like UCLA, you want to lose to a team that just really outworked you.
She said it. They outworked them.
Executed you, made it very difficult for you to perform at a high level. And it was a direct reflection of what they did to us.
There you go. She keeps it real. I love Dawn. She keeps it real. They got their ass whooped. They got outplayed, out hustled. UCLA was the better team today. Point period in the paragraph. Ain't really much else you can say. So I don't like to blame it on coming out flat, emotional highs and lows. And like I said, at the end of the UConn game, I didn't think it was that much of an emotional high as far as the game was concerned. So yeah. I mean, you talk about for the tournament or for this game? This game she had 4 points, right? Raven Johnson, 3 points, 1 for 7, 0 for 4 from 3. Missed the free throw, 1 for 2. So she didn't even get to the free throw line often. She went to the free throw line once and missed 1. 3 boards, 2 turnovers, a steal on the block. She had 1 offensive rebound, 2 defensive rebounds, and 3 fouls. Not good at all. I expected more from Tanaya Latson too. She gave 4 minutes. She played 25 minutes and got 4 points. Tessa Johnson. I was waiting for Tessa Johnson to take over. And I'm like, and this is a weird, when Malaysia Wiley was on the team, it seemed to me like Tessa Johnson took over more. I don't know if it was like a little personal battle between them two, because I remember the last time Dawn won the title, Tessa Johnson went off. I believe she was a freshman or a sophomore that year. I can't remember. She went off. She had a great game. And it's just like, I'm expecting Tessa and Tanaya to lead the way, and it just didn't happen. Just didn't happen. So, UCLA, man, Lauren Betts and the crew. Lauren Betts with a solid double, 6 for 10 from the floor. 11 boards, 2 assists, 2 blocks. They killed it. Kiki Rice had a decent game. 6 rebounds, 5 assists. So Kiki Rice was responsible for 10 points. She scored 10, but was responsible for 20. Lauren Betts scored 14, was responsible for 18. So they got outclassed, man. Sienna Betts even came in and did work with 4 rebounds. She only played 7 minutes. So, I mean, wow. They put belt to ass, bro. It ain't even you can't sugarcoat that. UCLA put belt to ass. Congrats to her. First ladies title in UCLA history. I know it's been a long time since the men won. Yeah, first women title for UCLA. Good shot, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. I like that, coach. Um, yeah, you should be. You should be. Congrats to you. Congrats. Y'all whooped the ass tonight. Well, whoa, y'all put it on them. Put it on them something awful. I'm hoping that Lauren Betts, that I hope that's gonna translate when she gets to the W. I don't see why it shouldn't. I don't see why it shouldn't. So it'll be very interesting this year. Just to transition to the W for a bit. It'll be very interesting after everything that happened last year, after everything that happened with the CBA. I want to see the W embrace these rookies coming in a little bit more than they have the last 2 years. It was always something. It was always something when Caitlin Clark came out. It was something when Paige Beckers. It was just but Paige Beckers played out a little bit differently because everybody wanted to, at least this is how I'm looking at it. Everybody wanted to hate on Caitlin Clark so bad, and they wanted Paige Beckers to be so much better than Caitlin Clark so badly that they gave her a little bit more leeway. Not like, and I'm not saying that as though she didn't earn it or didn't deserve it. I'm not saying it from that standpoint, but the optics are that there was a big love fest for Paige that Caitlin didn't get. And I attribute that to even as popular as Paige was, I don't look at Paige as public enemy number one. Caitlin Clark was public enemy number one the day she stepped on that court. And everybody let her know, whether they was hitting her in the throat, poking her in the eye, scratching her, pushing her down, all of that shit. Everybody hated it because it was her, but they couldn't stop her. Paige, in my opinion, is just as good. I still think Caitlin Clark is a better deep range shooter. I didn't say better shooter. I think Paige is a little bit better shooter than Caitlin, but Caitlin is a better deep threat than Paige is, in my opinion. And I think Paige plays better defense. Caitlin is a much better passer. That's my opinion on those two. But just looking at last year, Paige didn't catch heat like Caitlin caught heat. But I didn't mean to get on that rant. The point of this conversation is I am hoping that this year, after everything with the CBA and all of this nonsense, after all of that settled, I am hoping that we see more of these rookies that's coming out now. Now, it'll be different for, again, I don't know how different it's going to be because Lauren Betts played just like Caitlin, just like Angel, just like Camilla, because they played in the national championship game. They got a month to recover, and then the WNBA draft, and then you right back into the mix again. So Lauren Betts, she gonna have to take this month off and not do nothing. She don't need to play for nobody. She don't need to work out for nobody. Nothing. She just needs to rest and get ready for the W season. That's the only, I guess, that's the bad thing about the when the WNBA gets started. It's so soon after the tournament that they don't get much rest, especially if you go all the way to the title. So you're talking about Kiki Rice, Lauren Betts. Raven will probably get drafted, but whoever she gets drafted to, she ain't starting. Lauren Betts, I think, will start. Kiki, no. We could go down the list. AZ Fudd will probably start wherever she gets drafted, but she didn't make it to the title game, but she did play deep into the season. So all of that kind of stuff takes a factor. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But I want to see me, honestly, I'm tired of that old guard. I don't want to see no more. Let's get them. I'm ready for the transition into the next generation because that's what everybody wants to see. I don't want to see everybody still trying to hold on. And that might be a little uncouth, maybe. Nah, that's not the right word. Harsh for the vets. But I want to see the new ones usher in. And I'm talking about, you talking about them players that's at 9, 10, and 11 years in the league. if you still can't get it done, if you just hanging around, we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. But as far as the college season, I did not watch one men's game this year. I have not watched a men's NCAA game in over 4 years. I've been all women, all the women's game. Now I will watch highlights. I'll see the Duke UConn finish, and I see stuff like that all the time. But I have not watched a game. I've not watched an entire game in over 4 years because I'm locked in with the women at this point. So the next thing I'm trying to get into, I've been watching it. I'm trying to get into it. My sister was a volleyball player. I'm trying to keep track of the Pro Volleyball League. Maybe I'll start doing some stuff on that on this channel. But yeah. But as of this day, UCLA put belt to ass to the South Carolina Gamecocks, 79-51, and it was a drubbing. It was no contest, wire to wire win. Congratulations, UCLA Bruins, Lady Bruins. I'm gonna get up out of here. This Wednesday, I'm trying to get some stuff together for the 2-minute drill, the 2-minute takeover. Basically, what that is I'm gonna go live Wednesday at 9 p.m. and I'm just trying to invite people on so they can come on and come on the show and give your hot take, your hot opinion, and you got 2 minutes. I'm trying to get my setup together so I got like a clock. So as soon as you come on, the clock starts, you got 2 minutes, and you can say whatever you want to say, non-toxic, by the way. You can say whatever you want to say, talk about whoever you want to talk about. If you want to talk about NFL, NCAA, curling, Olympics, I don't care what you want to talk about. Whatever you want to talk about, you got 2 minutes. And then we will discuss your hot take or your opinions, and then we'll move on to the next one. So join me Wednesday at 9 p.m. So we're going to try to do something new. So I'm trying to invite some people, get some people that want to come on. You don't have to be on camera if you don't want to. You can turn your camera off and we can hear you just like it was a call-in show. So yeah, I'm trying to start something new. But I want to get more. I'm trying to find something to get more interactive. That's what I want to do. So so join me on Wednesday. I'm still coming on tomorrow. I'm still Tuesday. Me and Tone got the Bald Eagles podcast where we talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. Wednesday we're gonna do the 2-minute takeover, and then of course I'm going Thursday. I'm switching from Friday to Thursday, so I'm going Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm gonna leave Friday open. So that's the new schedule. I'm gonna have some promotional stuff up this week, and we're gonna try to give it a shot. So join me Wednesday at 9 p.m. and we're gonna see how it goes. All right. So I'm out of here. Again, all you UCLA Bruins fans, congratulations, because y'all put belt to ass. UCLA women's national champions.